Hello, friends. Today, the subject is quitting smoking. How I quit smoking, how you can quit smoking, how everyone can quit smoking. So, I'm going to share some kind of conventional and non conventional tips and tricks of quitting nicotine. I never was a vape person. I like to think that I'm like 1 year too old to have gotten into vaping. Like it was just cigarettes for me and all my friends. Unfortunately, um, not to say that people older than me don't vape, but people younger than me usually don't smoke cigarettes. They usually are vapors and vapestresses. But yes, anyway, I guess way the first step in quitting any addiction, whether it be a substance or behavioral addiction, is the change in mindset, right? This is the hardest part, is changing your mindset. If nothing changes, nothing changes, so that's the thing. And I guess my big mindset shift personally was just like kind of realizing like you don't need a cigarette. Your body is never actually craving a cigarette, okay? It's craving something else. Okay? It's craving something else. You're just anxious. You just need to go outside. You just need to take a deep breath in. And I know this is like not that good of advice to someone who is addicted currently, but it is something that, I had to realize I had to go through. I had to kind of realize like I'm gonna feel like shit either way. Having a cigarette isn't gonna really help me. And it all probably sounds silly if you're like regularly smoking still, but it is like a mindset shift that I personally had to go through. And I would say that I quit smoking mainly due to going on antidepressants, to going on Lexapro really helped me quit smoking and drinking. It kind of was like a magical pill for that. I'm not gonna lie. I did not enjoy being on it otherwise, but it did help me with those two things in my life, and it did kind of help me have a mindset change about not only addiction but also depression. So that was helpful in that way. I know this is like not something that everyone can do. People are often not subscribe prescribed Wellbutrin to quit smoking because one of the side effects is just being very grossed out by the taste and smell of cigarettes. But I honestly didn't have this experience when I was on Wellbutrin, but it is a common reason to be prescribed this medication, a very low dose, just to quit smoking. And I'm sure this does help people, but I just don't really have experience with it. I know other people who have successfully quit smoking while on Wellbutrin, but then, stopped Wellbutrin and continued smoking after that. So I don't know how helpful that is. If you're not trying to quit, you're not trying to quit. So I guess secondly, something I used to do is like when I was trying to quit smoking, when I was trying to at least slow down on smoking, is just get a type of cigarette that I didn't like. I think this is a good method, especially if you're like, low on funds, because, you'll feel guilty about spending another 15 bucks, 20 bucks, however much cigarettes are in your area, just because you don't like the cigarettes. But I think like, yeah, like if you like menthol, just get non-menthol. If you like non-menthol, get menthol, or just get a brand that's gross to you, in your opinion. And I do think this could help kind of slow down, probably not quit cigarettes, but that has helped me in the past when I've just been trying to smoke less, is like. But on the other hand, if you do this too much, you might start to like this type of cigarette that you used to hate. So sometimes cigarettes can grow on you in a funny way. So that kind of did happen to me, but it took like years for that to happen. And yeah, I guess whenever I want a cigarette and I don't want to smoke one, I just try to take in a deep breath. It sounds so stupid. I like to try to I literally like pretend to smoke a cigarette sometimes because it is like it's the action that something about the action of like just smoking like is satisfying. And I'm sure it is like a Pavlov's dog kind of thing, like it's because you associate it with smoking a cigarette. But yeah, I guess like doing this and just like breathing like literally feels good for some reason. I think it's just like it's a distraction. But also, yeah, I think a lot of times when like we think that we need a cigarette, it's like you just need a deep breath. Like you just need to chill for a second. You just need to go outside. And that is a big part of like smoking cigarettes is just like having the excuse to just go outside for a second. But like you don't need a cigarette. Like just say I'm going outside for a second. No one's gonna judge you. Like when you're out, when you're at the bar, when you're hanging out with friends, no one's gonna judge you for just going out for a second. It's really not that weird. I promise you. It sounds really awkward to do, like if you're an socially anxious person, but like just no one cares. No one's gonna judge you. And if they do, like they're assholes anyway. They were already judging you for other stuff you were doing. So I guess, yeah, I guess the mindset change, like it sounds really trivial as someone that has quit smoking because like if you're still like in the throes of addiction, you're like, well, no shit, everyone tells me this. But like it is important to like you're not gonna quit if you don't want to quit is basically what I'm trying to say. Like if you want to quit, you'll do it. You know what I mean? And like actually someone kind of recently was telling me this that like she tried to quit smoking for like years and years and years, but then she like had a surgery where she had to quit smoking for 30 days and then she just like never smoked again after that. And she had tried like gums and patches and all these different things, but like just that going without it for 30 days, she just like discovered, hey, I don't really need to even be smoking cigarettes. So like that was her change shift. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I've been saying, but yeah, like sometimes you just like, you know, you just need to like throw a wrench in the works and then it's like, oh yeah, wait, I don't even like smoking. And that can look different ways to different people, but yeah, I mean, it's a vice like any other. It's very hard to kick a habit, especially like if your heart isn't in it, if you're just like doing it for the wrong reasons. So, I mean, that's addiction, right? You have to actually want to change. Unfortunately, you can't just like be changing for other people or just changing because you like the idea of changing. Like you have to actually do the work. Am I talking about cigarettes anymore? I don't know. But here's the thing is um yeah, I guess those are the two main things. There's other methods people use like weaning down, like like if you smoke a pack a day, try smoking a third of a pack or two-thirds of a pack and like go down or whatever. People do stuff like that. I don't find that helpful. I think that like quitting cold turkey is probably the best way for quitting smoking cigarettes because it's like I think it's after like 3 days like your body stops like physically craving them. So like it's not like, quitting heroin or anything. Like you don't have to like wean down. If you want to do that, like I guess if you are someone that does smoke a pack a day, like you might have to do that because of just like the routine of it might be a jarring change if you smoke that much. But also like everyone is kind of different and you just have to like yeah, I guess just change your mindset. Okay, I'll admit that like pretending to smoke is silly and maybe just like only applies to me. I don't know. Cuz I kind of do that like years and I'll smoke occasionally, like very occasionally, but I don't really like buy packs of cigarettes very often, like maybe a couple times a year. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with smoking, but I think that like realistically the, like, oral fixation aspect of it is probably more important than the, like, hand aspect. So if you can find, like, something else, like chewing gum, or they have those, like, fake vapes, like, to quit vaping. So, I don't know, I've never tried that, obviously, but, like, I maybe would be interested in that if you're trying to quit vaping. Like, I think that might help. Obviously, like, if that's the only thing you're doing to quit smoking or quit vaping, like, that's not really gonna help you that much, 'cause it's, like, kind of silly, but it also, like, it can be a good distraction, like, while you're trying to figure out, um, while you're getting used to just not smoking. You get what I'm saying? Like, people say, like, replace the habit, but also, like, sometimes you're not really sure what to replace the habit with. If you're in the routine of like smoking a cigarette when you go on break from work, or like smoking a cigarette, yeah, when you're like at the bar or whatever, like whenever there's the time that you smoke a cigarette, just try the fake vape thing, try the this thing. And that actually might help you. Having support also is helpful for a lot of people. So if you know anyone that has quit smoking or is quit smoking, having support is also can also be very helpful. And a lot of us, have quit smoking and picked it up again. So, I don't know, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if you start after quitting for a while. A lot of people have those like apps that keep track. I think that could be helpful for a lot of people. I've never had one. I don't like my mind kind of just doesn't work that way. Like I just would rather I don't know, I just feel like I don't need to be an all or nothing type person, like yeah, I guess for me, like, counting the days and stuff is, like, unhelpful because it makes you feel, like, so bad when you have to reset the days when you do slip up, and it's like, 1 cigarette isn't gonna kill you. I just feel like, it's okay to do in moderation if you're able to do that, like, it's okay to do in moderation, it's okay to do things in moderation. So, like, having the, like, countdown, it's like doomsday countdown. It's just, like, it feels dramatic to me, but, like, if that helps you and you really are like, "I'm never gonna smoke a cigarette again in my life," like, good for you. I'm not even that sounds sarcastic, but, like, for real, good for you, like, I'm glad that works for you, but it doesn't work for me because I just, like it just makes it feel so much more dramatic, like quitting smoking, like it's just this end all be all, like I'm yeah, I'm never smoking a cigarette again, which is like not how I've ever felt. Like I've always felt like, I'll go out, I'll smoke a cigarette. Like it's it's fine to smoke a cigarette like once every 2 weeks, once a month. Like it's not the worst thing you can do. So yeah, I guess that is another like mindset thing is like it's not that big of a deal if you slip up. It's not that big of a deal just to like treat yourself to smoking every once in a while. And I guess like, maybe not everyone else is able to do this. I don't know how other people feel about smoking, but like my relationship to cigarettes is just like yeah, I'm just smoking out of anxiety, and I just feel like I need to, like, breathe in and out, and also just, like, it has such a connection to drinking, like, not drinking has also really helped me, not smoke, and I think that, like, a lot of other people feel that way too, it's just, like, stepping away from, like, a culture of everyone smoking cigarettes obviously is going to help you, not smoke cigarettes. Reasons why it's so difficult to quit smoking is like it's hard to avoid. Like you turn on a movie and someone's smoking on it. Like you go outside, someone's smoking. You go out, someone's smoking. It's like it's really hard to avoid. It's difficult to avoid. It's everywhere. Like everywhere it sells cigarettes. Not really anymore, but like, the gas station sells cigarettes and everything. It's just like it's hard to avoid, but the thing is that cutting down on all these like triggers is helpful and it's like you don't even realize how much cigarettes are around you until you try to quit for real. But like also like telling other people like I'm quitting, you gotta hold yourself accountable, but also like let other people know. Otherwise they'll like, be offering you cigarettes that you may or may not take. So yeah, I mean, it's really unlike quitting any other addiction because it's just everywhere. And yeah, sometimes I'll like see a movie character smoke a cigarette and I'll be like, oh my God, that looks so satisfying. Wish I could go out and smoke a cigarette right now. Like, it's awful. It's horrible quitting smoking, but like, you can do it. It's not impossible. Just like, yeah. Just try to limit these like exposures to triggering things as much as you can. Don't watch Stranger Things, okay? Don't watch Oppenheimer. Like, they smoke too many damn cigarettes. Sometimes I like smoking, but honestly, it's gross. It's a gross habit. It's one of the most disgusting habits that is like normalized in society. Like, it smells gross, it looks gross. It's just like ash is gross. Everything about it is gross and inconvenient, honestly. So that also has helped me quit smoking. Is just, I feel like it's so easy just to like identify as a smoker. Like if you've been smoking especially since you were young, like you probably really identify with being a smoker, but like it's just like you don't have to identify with it, if you don't want to, don't. Again, this is like such stupid advice because there's like literally no advice you could give someone to like actually help them quit smoking besides or like quit any addiction besides just saying like you'll stop when you're ready. But yeah, I guess all these things could help you, might not help you, might just be silly to you, but yeah, that's all. That's my hot take. That's how I quit smoking. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and add this one to your favorites.